In today's video, we're going to break down some of the top prospects playing in the 2023 World Junior Championships by their NHL affiliated team. Which team has the most prospects in this tournament and what you should be looking for? We'll discuss that coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, today we're taking a look at some of the top prospects in the 2023 World Junior Championship Tournament, but we're breaking things down by their affiliated NHL team. And sometimes it's fun to take a look at and see which teams have the most players participating. I know depending on how closely you follow junior hockey or the draft or this tournament, you may or may not know some of the players participating, and some of the guys that are playing in this tournament might be affiliated with your favorite NHL team, and you may not be aware of that. So I wanted to kind of break things down from that perspective, and also just to analyze some of the teams that have done a great job of getting the prospects in their system that really have an opportunity to play at this high level. Now, leading the way in this tournament, it's actually the Montreal Canadiens. They have the most prospects here with 6. We have 3 teams that have 5 prospects, including the Devils, the Blackhawks, and the Minnesota Wild. And we have 6 teams that have 4 prospects, including Arizona, Carolina, the New York Rangers, the Ottawa Senators, the Vegas Golden Knights, and the Winnipeg Jets. Now, most of these teams are teams that have been recently going through a rebuild or have been rebuilding for a few years and are kind of on their way out of it. So it's certainly nice to see that a lot of these teams are doing a good job of their drafting and developing. Now, the Montreal Canadiens, like I said, have 6 prospects here. I'm going to show you, this has actually been broken down already by the Hockey Writers website. So just for the sake of not duplicating something all over again, I'm going to give you some snippets from an article they posted with this. So certainly want to give them credit as well, and certainly give them kudos and check out their site for some great hockey articles as well. The Montreal Canadiens have one of their first rounders in Filip Mesar from Slovakia. Of course, first overall pick, Jaroslav Slafkovsky. Slafkovsky's not gotten to this tournament. He's still with Montreal, so they could have sent an even bigger name here and another player to this tournament as well. American-born defenseman Lane Hudson, of course, a 2022 second-round pick for Team USA. He's expected to be a good role and really an outstanding player. And to me, it was a nice pickup in this draft last year. They have Oliver Kapanen from Finland. He had a nice goal in the opening game against the Switzerland team. He was a 2022 fifth-rounder. They also have Joshua Waugh on Team Canada, a 2021 fifth-rounder, who might be a bit of a steal. Waugh, I think, will have hopefully a good tournament here for the Canadiens. Adam Engstrom as well from Sweden, 2022 third-rounder. And then there's also Vincent Rory of Austria, 2022 third-rounder as well. So certainly Rory is one of the top players for the Austrian team and will be one of the more interesting guys to watch on that squad. So they have 6 players from 6 different countries. So that's interesting as well. All spread out, certainly drafting from a variety of places around the world. Like I said, there are 3 teams looking at technically the second most prospects in the tournament, with the Devils, Wild, and Hawks. The Devils, of course, have some high-end talent there with defenseman Luke Hughes of Team USA, the team captain, the 2021 first-rounder. They also have Simon Nemec of Slovakia, taking, of course, second overall first round of the 2022 draft. So they have 2 stud defensemen there for them, of course, along with Tobias Villan of Finland. Seamus Casey, another American-born defenseman as well, taken in the second round last year. And Peter Hauser of Czechia, a fifth-rounder in 2022 as well. So that's 5 prospects with 5 different countries as well. Also, kind of interesting from that perspective. Minnesota, they have a variety of players here as well, including Liam Allred as well from Sweden, a 22 first-round pick. They also have Servac Petrovsky as well, a Slovakian-born player, 6th-round pick in 2022. Caden Bankier as well, 2021 third-rounder from Canada. They also have Jack Pert as well, an American-born player, 2021 second-rounder. And David Spacek, also a 2022 fifth-round pick of Czechia. So obviously a good mixture there. The Blackhawks have mostly Canadian-born players, including Colton Dach of Canada, taken in the second round in 2021. They also have Nolan Allen, first-round pick back in 2021. Ethan Del Maestro as well, one of their top defensemen, a 4th-round pick in 2021. Kevin Korchinski, of course, was the pick they picked up from Ottawa in the Alex DeBrincat trade. Of course, that was a 2022 first-rounder, fairly high. And Victor Sternborg as well from Sweden, the only non-Canadian for the Hawks in this tournament, a 4th-round selection they made in 2021. Now, as I mentioned, we have 6 teams that have 4 prospects, which is technically the third most. We'll go through those. There's obviously lots of teams that have, 1 or 2 or 3. We're not going to go through the entire NHL. That would take way too long. I just wanted to highlight the teams that have the most prospects here at this tournament. But with 4, we have the Arizona Coyotes with Canadian sniper Dylan Gunter, who's a first-rounder in 21. Of course, their first-rounder in 22 as well, Logan Cooley, also there for Team USA. So a couple of big-name players for the Coyotes. Adam Zlinka as well, the Slovakian player who was a 7th rounder last year. So for him to make the jump to make this team is quite a feat as well. Julian Lutz as well from Germany, another very interesting player and could be a very interesting name to watch throughout this tournament, playing a big role for the Germans, a 2nd rounder in 2022. The Carolina Hurricanes, of course, love their Finns, and they have a couple more in this tournament, including Ville Koivunen, who was a 2021 2nd rounder, and also taken in at same round as well. We have Alexei Himosami as well. So the Hurricanes continue to have success drafting players from Finland, and both players on the squad are expected to play big roles for their team. They also have American-born player Jackson Blake, who was a 2021 4th rounder, and Nikita Kwap, another German player, 6th round pick in 2021. The New York Rangers have Swedish player Adam Sakura, who was drafted last year in the 2nd round. They also have Kalle Vassalainen from Finland, 2021 4th rounder. Brennan Othman, of course, the Canadian player taken in the 1st round in 2021, expected to be a force for Canada. And Yaroslav Chemlier as well from Czechia, 2021 5th round pick. Now, the Ottawa Senators have Canadian-born player Zach Ostapchuk, 2021 2nd rounder. He's expected to be a big force for them. He's got good size and strength, good shot. Could be a very interesting member of their special teams, killing penalties as well as 5-on-5. Of course, they also have Tyler Boucher, 1st rounder from 2021, which I know was a controversial pick in a sense. A lot of people thought he went too high. Early on when he started his college hockey career playing for BU, that wasn't looking good as well, that he, looked like he was out of place there. But he's since gone back to the Ottawa 67s in junior. He's had a phenomenal season here so far. Be interesting to see how he does at this high level. They also have Oscar Pettersson as well from Sweden, 2022 3rd round pick from the Senators, and Czechia player Thomas Hamera, defenseman, taken in the 3rd round in 2022. Also another interesting, potential member of the blue line down the road here. Now the Vegas Golden Knights also have Canadian player Zach Dean. He was a former 1st round pick for them. Carl Lindblom as well, Swedish goaltender, a 7th round pick for the Golden Knights. Jacob Rabanek as well from Czechia in the 4th round selection. Matthias Sapovalen as well from Czechia, also a former 2nd round pick here for the Golden Knights. And lastly but not least, the Winnipeg Jets, also with 4 prospects, including 30th overall selection last year in the 2022 NHL draft, Brad Lambert for Finland. They also have Rutger McGroarty as well, American-born player from the 2022 1st round pick. Chaz Lucius, who was a 1st rounder from the previous year in 2021. And then Fabian Wagner, their 6th round selection from Sweden as well. So certainly lots of players in this tournament, lots of upscaled talent for sure to keep an eye on. Those are your NHL teams that have the most prospects at this 2023 World Junior Championship Tournament as well. So that breaks everything down for you. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown of analysis. Let me know which players in NHL teams you're most interested to see how their players do at this tournament. We can discuss further down in the comments. Of course, if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and stick around. We'll keep you up to date with the latest news, rumors, and analysis of all 32 NHL teams. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.